Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mabimpressions. Today we're going to be talking about Tunche. This is a roguelike beat 'em up. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your money? We're going to get into it. I'm going to give you an overall summary of the game, going over some gameplay mechanics, the overall presentation, the pros and cons. What did I like? What did I dislike? And of course my final verdict on the game. So make sure to stay to the end of the video when I'll be giving you my final rating. Let's begin. Tunche, or Tunche, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm gonna go Tunche from here on out, but please correct me if I'm wrong. It was developed by Leap Game Studios and published by Hype Train Digital. I want to thank them for the review copy. However, all thoughts will be my own. If you guys have any questions about the game that I did not answer in the review, make sure to put it in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. This game was released on November 2nd and it's going to be going for $19.99 US. The story is somewhat straightforward. There's an evil being called the Tunche and 5 characters of the village, all with their own reasons, fight to take him down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The genre of the game is not an early access. This is a complete game. It's an action roguelike, a beat 'em up, high replayability, and there is some co-op in here. If you guys are interested in any of the gameplay footage you're going to be seeing today, I'm uploading all of this on my Let's Play channel called MabiVsGamesVOD. There's a link in the description. Please subscribe to that if you are interested. Moving over to the gameplay section, you're going to be doing 2 things primarily: combat and unlocking. Let's talk about combat more. I'm not going to go over every little thing, but I will, give you enough detail to get you started. First of all, it is a beat 'em up, like I said. You can kind of compare it to Street of Rage. You have HP, you have MP, and if you lose, the run ends and you got to start over. You have normal attacks, you have magic attacks, you have launchers, new abilities, and all of these go into combos. You also get temporary upgrades such as relics or potions that you are going to be using for each run. Moving over to the unlocks. First of all, you have your temporary gold, which in the run you're going to get by defeating enemies and completing certain rooms and challenges. Throughout your run, you can buy potions to refill your HP, straight out buy new relics for the run, and then you have permanent experience. Now, this is per character. You're going to be getting different kinds of currencies as you go: temporary, permanent per character, and permanent shared. I'll talk about that in a second. But for each character after a run, whether or not you win or lose, you do get to keep this one. And then there is an NPC back in the base where you can hover over different tabs and increase new abilities. You can get new combos, you can get new finishers, and you can get new stats, as in more HP and stuff. The shared experience works like this: all relics that you find in the game will be unlocked at the base camp later for you to upgrade, not necessarily equip them, but as you upgrade them. For example, if you get something and you put it up to level 2 or 3 or 4, whenever you find it in future runs with that character or another character, it's going to be at that level. Leveling up either gives it more stats like more power or even new abilities, so you want to have a mix of both. You can stick to your favorite character, unlock everything, or play a little bit of everyone and upgrade all the shared relics, because each of the characters that you can pick does slightly different things. For the progression of the game, it is a roguelike, so you're going to be doing different acts. There's around 4 or 5 acts. You're going to go room to room. Sometimes you're going to have branching paths with certain keywords, so you're going to know this is gold in this room, this one's an extra relic, this one's for more experience. So after you choose your path and you get through everything, there's a boss at the end. You try to keep going as far as you can. You die, you repeat, you die, and you repeat. It's a roguelike. Moving over to the presentation portion, the graphics and the overall design, it is beautifully hand-drawn. Very slick animations. I love the overall style. It just looks good. The sounds and music, there are some pretty good sound effects. Every time you smash an enemy, there's like a really good weighty feel to it. If you guys play fighters or beat 'em ups, if there is weight to the character, it just feels meaty. It's good. The music is, somewhat average in my opinion. It's what you expect. It's, very jungle-ish in certain situations. During the boss fights, those are some pretty cool tracks though. Alright, time for the pros and cons. What did I like? What are the selling points of the game? Well, like I said, the overall presentation does look great. It all flows together, smooth combat, comboing enemies, launching them in the air, dashing to get away from things. It works well, and at no time playing did I feel cheated out of any combat scenarios. There's a ton of enemies sometimes at once, but you have ways to deal with it. There's also a ton of replayability with all the characters if you choose to unlock all of their skills and all of their upgrades. You also get to unlock their story every single time you play a character and go into a run. Sometimes you go into a room where you pretty much learn the character's story via like panels, like comic book panels, and you can see why they are trying to fight, who they're fighting for. There's also a big encyclopedia for all of the relics you've unlocked, and you can see all the past stories, so you can do that for completion. Also for co-op, there is no online co-op. You can do remote play together. You can play local, definitely, and it's up to 4 players at once, so 4 players. Very cool. What did I like? What did I dislike? Well, you know what? I can't really complain much, especially for the price. I personally had some bugs and freezes, which I'll get into, but I'm hoping that all of these will be, nothing to worry about. I played an early build, and it should be ready to go. But hey, let me know if you're playing the finished version and you're seeing these bugs as well. Sometimes hitting an enemy, jumping in the air, my character would completely freeze. All of the enemies are still, raring to go, attacking everything, but I'm like completely stuck and I couldn't do anything. I had to restart the game in that instance. I also had other problems where enemies would sometimes fly out of bounds. Maybe after I hit them from a combo or something, they would fly out and I'm like, oh cool, they're just gone. So I defeat all of the rest of the enemies, but the game would not progress. The room will not trigger as completed because they flew off the screen. Once again, I had to keep restarting. So it was very annoying, but once again, I hope those are just early build problems I'm having and you guys shouldn't see it at all. Alright, time for my final thoughts. Overall, I had fun with the game. I think it's great for all audiences. There is a pretty good challenge here, and there is a lot of replayability, a lot of hours to have, especially if you like replaying and seeing the different sorts of builds you can have with all the different relic combinations. And this is a really good game to play with friends because you can always jump in, jump out with characters, upgrade together, and just have a good time. And yeah, of course, from the footage here, yeah, there's Hat Kid. There's Hat Kid. So if you want to unlock her story and why she's in there, you can go ahead and do that. So my final verdict for Tunche, it's going to be a 75%. This is an action roguelike. It does it well. However, it's not 100% because the genre could get repetitive. Maybe it's not enough challenge for a lot of people, but I think for its price, the quality, it's a pretty okay game. All right, so if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe for daily videos. Once again, if you have questions, please put it down below. If you want to see my unedited gameplay footage, please subscribe to my Let's Play YouTube channel. Links down below. Follow me on Twitch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.